Hey guys, Joe Madden here, the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. I'm joined this afternoon by Holden Kushner, host of the DenverCityCast, presented by Veasan. Holden, welcome back to the show. How's the day treating you?
It's always my pleasure, Joe. I spent 3 days in the mountains this week. It was snowing, and then today it's 75 and sunny here in Denver. There's nothing better. I'm going to go sit down by the pool for a couple of minutes before I do some shows. And things are all right. We're reeling from the Avs loss last night, though, Joe. It was not a good scene. It was not a good scene at Ball Arena last evening.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't look like you cried yourself to sleep. I felt like I did the other night with my Flames, but what are you thinking now going into the next game?
I'm thinking that last night I lost a lot of money. That's what I'm thinking, Joe. I had the puck line, right? And then the other thing is, I told you before game one, like in this series, when the Avs fall down 1-0, go bet them at even money or minus 115. And that plan had worked out very well. The Avalanche decided to score first last night, though. And then you get into overtime. So I lost the live bet. I lost the puck line. And the Avs lost the game. And now they got to go to St. Louis, where Kadri's going to have to deal with that mess again. So a lot of people are panicking here in Denver, Joe. A lot of people panicking.
Yeah, and we look at how good Nathan MacKinnon played last night. It's unbelievable to think what the St. Louis Blues were able to do.
How is it that they did not win this game? So what did the Blues do? They outscored them, but I put a little bit of this blame, or a lot of this blame, on Jared Bednar. Okay. I feel like after they got the 3-0 lead, the second period, they started playing it safe. They were up 3-1. Third period comes around and they're just, they're good to try and kill the clock. And MacKinnon all by himself was the one that was giving the Avs the lead. And you saw that move, right? He gets the puck behind his net, goes up the right side, weaves toward the left side, 1-on-5, ends up with a beautiful move, scores. Things are going great, but they tried to sit on it again. And Bednar can't afford to do that with this team, with this franchise. All the bad things that have happened in the past are starting to pop up again. I dealt with this in Washington, D.C. for a long time with the Capitals, and it took them years to get over the hump. But they haven't been to the conference finals in 20 years. And last night's loss, a one that they had wrapped up, they're 56 seconds away from moving on. That is going to be interesting to see how they respond up in St. Louis.
Yeah, I could not believe the look of the stadium last night when that goal came in with 56 seconds left. It was unbelievable. I didn't expect it to go in. I thought the Avs had finished that game off with that little time left. But moving into Friday night's game, the Avs are still coming in as the favorite, minus 175 on that money line right now. We got a total of 6.5. Do you think they finish it off, or do you think we head back into Colorado for game 7?
Well, I think what the way to attack this game right now is the total. The totals have been creeping up. Those first two games, we had a 3-2 game. We had two games that ended in 5 goals. Then we had a 7, a 9, and a 9. I think the scoring is just on an uptick, and I'm concerned about Darcy Kemper right now. Now, Husso's not a good, he's nothing more than an average goalie is what I'll put there. Yeah. But last night, Kemper gave up 1.82 more goals than expected. Okay. So there were basically 2 goals that he let in last night that he should not have let in. That's really scary. I also have a hard time looking at myself saying, listen, you bet this series going in. You said Avs in 5 at plus 275, Avs in 6 at plus 400. So maybe just if I take a step back, I look at the Avs, I think that they can win this thing. The problem is, why am I laying 175 in the money line? So 2 ways to handle this. You can bet it live if you think the Avs are going to win. You think the Blues are going to win. Maybe the Avs get on the board first and you can back them there. But I think if you're going anywhere, you're probably going to go over the total with the uptick in scoring and the play of Husso and Kemper.
Yeah, exactly. Both these goalies prone to the goals right now. Well, my Calgary Flames play tonight against the Edmonton Oilers. I hope between the two of us, at least one of our teams makes the playoffs. You think my Calgary Flames are done tonight, Holden?
No, I would never do that to you, Joe. I would never do that to you. But that Connor McDavid guy's pretty good, isn't he?
Oh, Connor McDavid is playing phenomenal. I know a lot of people are wanting to see Connor McDavid and Nathan MacKinnon going at it in the next round. So if that happens, it'll definitely be interesting to see how the Avs are able to contain Connor McDavid.
What should I do with your boys then tonight? What am I doing with them? Give me a bet. I don't have anything on hockey this evening.
You know what? I really do have to ride with Calgary to have a strong night in this one. I know it seems like a bit of a homer bet, but when we look at Calgary coming off a road loss and then returning home, they are getting those wins. They've won the last 7 in this situation. And when we look at Edmonton following a win in their next game as an underdog, they've lost their last 4. So I have to believe with Calgary's back against the wall, they come out strong in this one. I think the safest way to take it, though, is their team total over 3.5, because no matter what, if they want to win this one, they have to score the goals. They have to get that puck in the back of the net on Mike Smith, because they are not going to be able to shut down Edmonton offensively.
So maybe a little same game parlay.
I like it.
It seems as though you like the team total more than the side here. And the Flames are minus 152. So they're pretty big favorites at home, even though they're down 3-1. Yeah. A little Flames team total single game parlay might be in my future right after the show ends. I'm gonna ride with you here, Joe. Let's do it. Go Flames.
I'm riding or dying with my Flames. You know, I've also sprinkled on the puck line at minus 1.5 at plus 160 but that's the homer in me thinking they can come out and blow out the Edmonton Oilers. So it's definitely going to be a good game. I'm excited for it.
That's what I need. Here we go. Let me put this little wager together. Oof. Money line and over 3.5 goals is just even money, plus 104. Is that enough? Or would you rather
just take the over 3.5, because I'm getting just minus 102 there.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do then. Why bother with the side where you just take Joe's advice and get over the team total?
Okay, there is a game in the NBA tonight. We can't forget about that. We have the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors going at it. Got a total 215.5 here, and Golden State, actually, this line's fallen from just an hour ago. It was 7.5 favorites, now 6.5 point favorites. What are you liking in this one?
So I laid down multiple bets. This is something that my buddy Tony over at Run Pure Sports does, or Run Pure Bets too. He's like, listen, hit the money line, hit this, hit alt line. So these games have been blowouts. We've seen a lot of blowouts. And actually, Dallas blew the Warriors out the other night. The Warriors just, finished kind of strong with their second team. I think the Mavericks going to have a lot of trouble on the road. They haven't played up to expectations, and there's a lot of sharp people that took the Mavs in this series. But I think that this is the night Steph goes off again. Even if Otto Porter's out, I'm fine with that. Clay, Poole. I just don't see where the Mavericks are going to be able to stop the Warriors from scoring at home. We've also had a proclivity for blowouts here. You go back to May 10th. I don't even know what the number is. Every day I just update this thing. It's like blowout. So I'm going to take the Warriors. You get a better number than me at 6.5. I took the Warriors -7 at -110. I took the Warriors -10 at plus 143. And I maxed out the best number I could get, -17.5 at plus 400. So a full unit on the Warriors -7, sprinkle a half unit on 143, and another quarter unit on 17.5, and hold your breath. And it's more of a narrative play, but just what I've seen from these two teams, what I've seen from the NBA playoffs to this point, I think the Warriors are in a very good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to be tonight. I'm definitely tailing you on that extended line. I think it's a great way to go with this. Now, do you think there was a little bit of narrative that they didn't want to win on the road in the last game, that they wanted to bring this back home to their fans?
No, but I do believe that the motivation probably wasn't there as much. They're humans. They're human beings. I think Steph Curry's a human being. He shoots pretty well, though. He might not be a human being, but listen, you get up. I think most people deal this way. So you're close to the end. You got a little wiggle room. Okay. All right. So they went out there. They tried to win the game. The starters stunk up the joint. They got lucky too, though, because the bench for the Warriors got them back in that game. But again, I don't like what I've seen from the Mavericks throughout this series. I get it. The Warriors laid an egg in that last game. They come home tonight. Wouldn't be shocked if it was a blowout. Now, if the Mavericks end up winning by 20, I want you to drop me a note. I think you're going to hop on my show tomorrow and absolutely rip me to shreds, because I'll deserve it. But again, alt lines on the Warriors tonight, young lady.
I like it. Okay. Any props in this one? You looking at Steph Curry over any of his points or anything?
No. You know what's interesting too? That I'm glad you brought this up. I really have not bet player props almost at
Okay.
all. I've been betting sides and totals, and in the NBA, you're going to bet in game stuff like that, or I do. I usually don't lay down pregame bets as much as I do, but I feel really good about this Warriors one. If you wanted to bet player props live, I mean, I really don't even know. I usually go in with a game plan, Joe, so I wouldn't do that. You want to bet the game live? I'd say if the Warriors fall down at any point in time, you get a better line than 6.5. Go ahead and hit it. Again, the Warriors are winning this game. I just think the question is how much.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also seen them be so strong in that third quarter as well. I know a lot of people taking that third quarter tonight. So another good way to look at it. Well, Holden,
What's that real quick? What is their record in the third?
Oh, off the top of my head, I don't have it, but they dominate
really good,
in the
right?
third period. Yeah, and during the regular season, I think they hit, there was so many in a row that it was just a cash cow on that third quarter.
Good. We'll hit it tonight. Then I'll dig into it, and we'll be playing a third quarter bet too.
Awesome. I love it. Well, Holden, it's also always such a pleasure having you on here. Can you tell people again where to find the Denver City Cast, what time it's on, where to find you on socials?
Yeah, I usually drop it around 1 or 2 o'clock Mountain Time. It's the Denver City Cast presented by Bet Rivers. Bets for just about every Denver team. We got an Avs bet coming up for tomorrow, so check it out. The Denver City Cast presented by Bet Rivers. It's under the VSiN umbrella, so I work for VSiN. And follow me on Twitter. You see it down there at Holden Radio. That'd be great too. I'd really appreciate it. Joe, it's awesome to see you.
It's always a pleasure. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, you guys. Okay, go Avs. Good luck tomorrow night. I'm going to throw that out there right now. Thanks, Holden.